Ever wondered why December 21st is the shortest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere? That's the magic of the December solstice, a celestial spectacle that has fascinated humanity for millennia. It's not just an intriguing date on the calendar. The solstice carries significant scientific and cultural implications. From the tilt of our Earth to the rhythms of our seasons, the solstice plays a crucial role. So, are you ready to dive into the heart of this celestial mystery? Stick around to unravel the mystery of the December solstice. So what exactly happens during the December solstice? At the heart of the December solstice mystery is the science of Earth's motion. You see, our planet doesn't stand upright, but rather it leans on an axis at an angle of about 23.5 degrees. This tilt, combined with Earth's orbit around the sun, is what gives us our four seasons and, of course, the December solstice. Let's break it down. As Earth travels around the sun, the tilt of its axis means that different parts of the planet receive varying amounts of sunlight throughout the year. During the December solstice, the North Pole is tilted furthest away from the sun, causing the sun to appear at its lowest point in the sky and giving us the shortest day of the year. Meanwhile, for our friends in the Southern Hemisphere, it's quite the opposite. The South Pole is tilted closest to the sun, making the sun appear at its highest point and resulting in the longest day of the year. But there's more to the solstice than just daylight hours. This tilt also affects the angle of the sun's rays. During the December solstice, the sun's rays hit the Northern Hemisphere at a lower angle, which spreads the sunlight out over a larger area, and this results in cooler temperatures. It's why we associate December with winter in many parts of the Northern Hemisphere. Interestingly, the December solstice doesn't always occur on the same calendar day each year. It can happen anytime between December 20th and 23rd. This is due to the slight discrepancy between our calendar year, which is 365 days, and the solar year, which is about 365.24 days. Over time, this discrepancy adds up, causing the solstice to shift slightly. In essence, the tilt of the Earth and its orbit around the sun are responsible for the December solstice and the shortest day of the year. So the next time you cozy up with a warm drink on a short December day, you'll know the fascinating science behind it. But why should we care about the December solstice? Well, the effects of the December solstice are far-reaching and impact us in more ways than we might initially realize. One of the most noticeable effects is the change in weather. In the Northern Hemisphere, the December solstice marks the beginning of winter, bringing with it colder temperatures, snow, and ice. For those in the Southern Hemisphere, it's the start of summer with longer, warmer days ahead. Beyond the shift in seasons, daylight hours also see a significant change. The December solstice is the shortest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, meaning less daylight and longer nights. Conversely, our friends in the Southern Hemisphere experience their longest day of the year, basking in extended hours of sunshine. But the effects of the December solstice aren't just meteorological. This celestial event holds a significant place in many cultures and traditions around the world. For thousands of years, societies have marked the December solstice with ceremonies, celebrations, and festivals. The ancient Romans, for example, celebrated Saturnalia, a week-long feast leading up to the solstice. In modern times, many cultures celebrate Yule, a festival that marks the rebirth of the sun. In Scandinavian countries, the solstice is celebrated with the Festival of Light, where people light candles and bonfires to symbolize the return of longer days. And let's not forget the indigenous cultures of the Americas, who have long marked the solstice with sacred rituals, recognizing it as a time of renewal and rebirth. These are just a few examples of how the December solstice influences our traditions and cultural practices. From the shift in weather patterns to the change in daylight hours to the myriad cultural celebrations, the effects of the December solstice are profound and far-reaching. So, the December solstice is not just a day of scientific interest, but a significant event influencing our lives in various ways. Now that we've explored the science and effects of the December solstice, let's summarize what we've learned. The December solstice represents a fascinating phenomenon in our yearly celestial dance. It's a time when the Earth, on its tilted axis, reaches a point in its orbit around the sun where one hemisphere experiences the shortest day of the year, while the other enjoys its longest night. Diving into the science behind this event, we've learned that it all comes down to Earth's axial tilt of approximately 23.5 degrees. This tilt, combined with our planet's orbit around the sun, is what gives us our seasons. During the December solstice, the North Pole is tilted furthest away from the sun, resulting in less sunlight and shorter days for the Northern Hemisphere, thus ushering in the winter season. On the other hand, the South Pole is tilted towards the sun, receiving more sunlight and longer days. This marks the beginning of summer for our friends in the Southern Hemisphere. This tilt also means that the sun appears at its lowest point in the sky, and its noontime elevation seems to be the lowest of the year. But the solstice is not just about shorter days or longer nights. It also brings about various effects, both natural and cultural. This event impacts the behavior of animals, particularly those that hibernate or migrate. It also has significant cultural importance. For centuries, different cultures around the world have recognized this astronomical event and celebrated it in their unique ways. From the ancient Roman Saturnalia festival to the indigenous peoples' rituals, the December solstice is a time of celebration, reflection, and renewal. Its significance extends beyond science and culture. The solstice serves as a reminder of our place in the cosmos. It's a celestial event that connects us to the rhythms of the Earth and the universe at large. It underscores the intricate and harmonious dance between the Earth and the sun, a dance that's been going on for billions of years and will continue for billions more. Remember, every time December 21st rolls around and you notice the day seems shorter, it's all because of the amazing science of our Earth's tilt and orbit. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.